Hello and welcome to Alive with Amanda. Today we're going to be talking about the annoying side of private practice. So you'll see everybody talk about like how amazing private practice is and how much money you can make and all of the glamorous things about private practice. But what's not talked about often are the annoying things. So this video is in no way to discourage you from going into private practice. You just need to know what it is that you're getting yourself into. And if you're already in private practice, to validate your experience of what it is like to be in private practice. So I actually saw this on a thread on Facebook. That's where I get all my ideas for these videos lately because I'm not coming up with like ideas off the top of my head. So I'll scroll Facebook groups, mine and others, to see like, what are people talking about? And this absolutely came up. And the number one thing everybody complained about was cancellations. So I think that is something you absolutely need to be prepared for. You need to know that your clients are going to cancel. You have to factor a cancellation rate into your numbers. You can't think that every single client is going to show and that if they don't show, there's a problem and that you have to go into panic mode or you have to freak out about it or you have to be really stern in your cancellation policy. Clients are going to cancel. They're going to get sick. They're going to have engagements. They're going to have things that they have to do. They're going to get called into work. And it at some level, yes, for some clients, it's a reflection of their commitment to the therapeutic process, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is that clients cancel. And I use myself as an example. Not that I cancel on my therapist all the time, but there were times when yes, I absolutely had to cancel on her. I like to think of myself as a good patient. I will do my homework. I will be insightful. I enjoy therapy. I get a lot out of it. And sometimes life just hands me, lemons and I have to make lemonade, which means I had to cancel my therapy appointments last minute. My son gets sick. I got sick. There's a work crisis. I didn't plan out my week appropriately and I thought I was going to have time on a Thursday at 1:00 and I didn't. Life just happens. And I don't have a problem paying the cancellation fee, totally get it. But at the same time, life happens for our clients. And so that is something we really need to just do our own work around. It's not always a reflection of us, or conversely, you have to plan for it. That's what I really, really coach the clinicians in my practice, is that we have a cancellation rate. We could do our best to reduce it, but the reality is this is the cancellation rate. So you have to book above and beyond this if you're trying to make a certain income or hit a certain clients during the week, because clients inevitably cancel. So with that comes a variability in your income, and that can also be annoying. One month you can make $14,000 and the next month it's $8,000 because you went on vacation. A lot of clients went on vacation. It's the summer, it's Christmas break, it's blah, blah, blah. And so you have to learn how to weather those variations. And listen, I've been in private practice now it's 2004. This is 2024. So this is my 11th year in private practice. And I will be honest, I still struggle. Our January wasn't anywhere near as good as I wanted it to be. And I'm oh my goodness, but there are variations. February is looking fantastic. And so it happens. You see the smile on my face. I'm yes. And so it happens. It dips. It could dip lower. It could dip higher. You really want to try to minimize that or plan for that. If you're going on vacation, you have to know that it's going to be lower. If you go on vacation at different times than maybe your clients do, so you don't, feel that hit all at once, you can do a lot of different things to manage your schedule. But there is a variation in your schedule. That's the other thing to piggyback on that, is the schedule can kind of be annoying, especially when you're first starting. The ideal for so many people is I'm going to work 9 to 3, 4 days a week or something like that. And I'm going to take an hour break and I'm going to have all private pay clients and it's all going to be exactly the way I want it to be, until your clients are can I come at 4? Can I come at 5? Can I come on the weekends? I found in the beginning, the best way to build up a private practice is to have those evening appointments for people. I just did. I didn't have kids. I wasn't married. So it was I was in a very, very different phase in my life. So I totally get that. But having evening appointments was really helpful. I worked on the weekends too. I worked on Saturday mornings and I saw a handful of clients, and, that was really helpful for me to start to build. And I built up. I worked evenings for a long time. Then I slowly started to scale back to like one evening, or I don't remember exactly how I scaled. And then I eventually went to no evenings. And so you can absolutely start with one schedule and move to another schedule. But that's the annoying part is clients are working or they're in school and they want to be seen in the afternoons. Sure, there are clients who can be seen during the day. I always share, like I loved working with like nurses and people who worked at hospitals or had off kind of schedules because they could come during the daytime hours, and it absolutely filled up my schedule. Love that. But that might not be able to sustain your practice if you're seeing 20 or so clients a week. If you see kids, we all know kids need to be seen. Generally speaking, yes, there are people who tell you just pull them out of school and, but the reality is that parents call and they want their kids to be seen after 3 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, not even Friday, right? And so you have to know what your schedule is going to look like, and it can be a non-traditional schedule for the most part. And so you have to be prepared for that. So that's an annoying part, but it's like you have to prepare yourself for all of these things and to reduce your annoyance around this. I'm going to talk about one more annoying thing about being in private practice, but first I'd like to thank our sponsor TherapyNotes, a platform that can help make your annoyances reduce with things like reminders for your clients so there's not as many cancellations. You can do all your billing through there. You can take your credit card payments through there. You can write your notes through there. You can send paperwork through the portal. You can send assessments. It really, really makes it easy to run your practice. And my favorite thing about Therapy Notes is their customer service. You can pick up the phone, you can give them a call, you can get support that you need, you can get the help that you need. Even if you have a question of like, I don't know how to do XYZ, they are fantastic. So I highly recommend you check out Therapy Notes. So overall, being in private practice is fantastic. There are annoyances that come up. I was going to give you one more, but I didn't really have another one more. But I just want to say most annoyances that come with private practice are things that we all experience, things that maybe we do have a little control over, but we generally don't necessarily have a lot of control over, things like cancellations or variability in income because of seasonality, maybe where you live. And these are the things that you have to really plan your private practice a year in advance. I really look at a year and then quarters in private practice. So then that way, if I have a bad month, I'm not just looking at that month and panicking. I'm looking at the quarter, I'm looking at the year, I'm looking at projections. Same for cancellations. Like I always had like a busy week and a slower week. And sometimes I embraced those cancellations because I could like go and grab a better lunch, or I could go on a walk, or I could do a little bit of paperwork. And so there are ways that we can build resilience around the annoyances in private practice to really, really make it worth it. I think private practice is totally worth it, and I hope you do too. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.